everybody. You are now tuned in to Moorish America. This is going to be an amazing broadcast. I'm going to be speaking with our esteemed brother Jerry Bey, otherwise known as Demegod. This brother's an artist. He's an author. He does a lot of work in the community, business owner. This is going to be a very, very, very interesting conversation. And, you know, what we're going to be talking about, hopefully, pardon that. So what we're going to be talking about today, discussing, amongst other things, we're going to be discussing the TV show BMF. The recent episode just came out like 2-3 days ago, where they actually featured Moorish Americans in it. Or they had a version of the Moorish Science Temple in there. We'll get more in depth into it, as we go forward. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. I mean, you rarely see representation of Moorish Americans in the media, period. They act like we don't exist. They act like this isn't some movement, some phenomenon that's occurring right now. They act like it's not happening. But, we know that it is. We're here. We're live. We're in the community. We know what's going on. And so we're going to speak on it and make sure that it's properly represented. And we're also going to talk about, what they're showing when they do show Moorish Americans in the media. All right. It's a very important discussion. It's not any jokes, man. We're very serious. We're for real. And I want to ask everybody here to make sure that you like and share this video. Tag as many people as you can in here. Don't just share this with other people who know that they're Moorish Americans. Share this with all your friends and family, because guess what? If they see stuff like this on TV, this is their exposure to Moorish Americans. And that's a problem. That's a real problem. So everybody, make sure that you share this. And you know what? Before I say anything else, though, I want to make sure that I rise and give the highest praise to our creator, our sustainer, our Father God Allah. I want to extend a high honors to our divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the forerunner, Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And I want to extend honors to all Moorish Americans, all the temples out there, all the leadership. And you know what? We want to just extend honors to all the light bringers out there, regardless of, organization, non-organization, whatever, right? Extending honors to all the light bringers out there, and want to ask one question of you. All of you light bringers, hit like and share. Bring some more people in here. Share this message. Help it get out there. We're here. Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. You're listening to the True and Living Light Bringer, Moorish America. As always, I'm your brother, Lloyd Douglas L., also known as Sharif Ali. Here, we are uncovering and bringing glorious light to all issues pertinent to the Moorish American paradigm. That's why we're talking about this today, and that's why you need to tag and bring as many people into this discussion as you can. That's what we do here on this podcast known as Moorish America. Might have some difficult conversations, might ruffle some feathers, but that's just what's going to have to happen. And I'm going to play a little bit of music. Just let some more of you come up in here, and then we're going to go ahead and get things started. We have our esteemed guest, Brother Jerry Bey, also known as Demegod. We're going to have his links in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to him on YouTube. Check out all his links, all his information. And here we go, Morris.
Peace to the gods. Wings spread wide, coming through angelic. Frankincense and myrrh be the essence, you can smell it. Rocking different colored stones, niggas think I'm psychedelic. Asiatics can never be gods, let them tell it. Cosmetically groomed, suede blazer with suede shoes. Smooth, don't have to prove that I paid dues. My track record speaks for itself. You hear the language, the dignity you see me with now. Came in the game with, I hang with imperial nobles, wine Kenobis, light bodies, etherically mobile, spiritual.
My words become things, all hail the king. Now I got him walking on water, covered in the blood of the Christ, a rubber glove and a knife. Prophet Muhammad came to restore the order. Spectators sit back and watch, slave ships pull off the dock. Demigods round up the flock, time running short, got a race against the hands of the clock. 2020 something, pull it off the lot, posted on any block. Do say a Henny shot, pour a libation for the fallen. It's been a lot of death, theft, right over left. Hard of a line right under my chest. That's a godlike, prolific, godlike. Money longer than sloth and ab, the flock tight. Meditation, slap boxing with Satan, cracking the
new air time. It's It's so divine, I put my life on the line. Allah made me so I'm built for the grind. New air time. The truth defined the 7 chakra in line. I feel we finally coming out of a bind. New air time. A mastermind take you up on the climb. You know the signs, see the symbols and signs. New air time. It's all sublime, put it all in my rhymes. And if you seeking it, I know you gon' find. New air time. It's so divine, I put my life on the line. Allah made me so I'm built for the grind. New air time. The truth defined the 7 chakra in line. I feel we finally coming out of a bind. New air time.
I am not a Negro, black, colored, African American. I'm a Moorish American. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, 5 on the right, 2 on the left, man. You know what time it is. Yo. We just Moors in America, soared through the shores and endured criminal acts of war on our character. 7 years after the 4th score, no reward. Shout out to the most courageous, they was jumping over barriers. Where does that compare to you? We come from a place where you scared to visit our area. We come from a place where it's scary for good Samaritans. Heavy luggage we carrying, babies having babies. It's crazy being American. Praise the one and only Allah, there's no comparison. La ilaha illa Allah, body and buried in. Laughing at you clowns like ha-ha, dodging the Nephilim. Conquer lower self with the high, follow your regimen. Way before they came we were gods and now we specimen. Tried to take the light from our eyes, thank God for Edison. Then they put the wool on our eyes, it's so embarrassing. Now we travel frequently, we should invest in Sheraton. All of us got gold on our bodies whenever we stepping in. Screaming Ramadan, Mubarak, training the flesh again. Wishing we could move as a unit just like the Mexicans. Dodging all the foods with estrogen, synthetic medicines. All sin isn't devilish. Sometimes the decisions that you make come for a better gift. Sometimes when you sin is to relate to all your brethren. Heavenly gates all in our face, we the champions. We live in the sky, we see the angels on the chariots. Waiting on the $20 bill, face a Harriet. I bet you I'ma carry it. I'm in love with music to the point I wanna marry it. But my love for people is greater, so I write messages. Largest spending power, but we still sit at a deficit. Living amongst prejudice, even at our residence. Moors in America, flourishing, excellent. Let's buy up some neighborhoods and groom our own president. Yeah. And I come to you today with all intentions of spreading love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
All right. Peace and love, everybody. We're here. We're live. We have our brother, our esteemed brother, Jerry Bey, here with us. This brother's an author. He is also an artist as well. Before we get up out of here, we're gonna have to check out some of your music. Play some of your music for everybody. Just a very, very wise brother who's also a businessman as well. Now we're gonna have the links in the description for Moors to come back. Make sure you go and check out his links. Also, make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube if you're not already. But brother, it's a pleasure to have you on. And before we go any further, I want to share something real quick. Now, there's a couple of like screenshots with people, have been talking about this BMF show, right? And talking about this issue. I want to share those while we talk. But you had sent me a message, and I just want to share a screenshot real quick, just to let people know why we having this discussion today. Okay, Islam. So, I don't know. I don't watch that BMF show. So I don't know if they always promote the episodes like months ahead. But I've been seeing the screenshots, like the pictures and the videos promoting this episode for months. I've been seeing it for like 2-3 months.
Wow.
I don't know, if that's normal. Moore's been sharing it. And so I've been seeing it. And, I'm like, man, this is kind of, this look kind of messed up. it looked like it's gonna be real ugly, But I've just been seeing that for a while, and kind of, it's just been in the back of my mind that hey, they about to, pop this out. So that show just came on, and more if you are able to, hopefully you can see the screen. But yeah, my brother had just shared this with me just the other day, and you were speaking about this episode and the subliminals that's in there, and the disrespect to the Moors in the temple. And that really that hit me, because it's like, look, this already came out. I had been seeing it, but it's in the back of my mind. I forgot about it. They just put this out like 2 or 3 days ago. So I just, had to get at you so that we could talk about this and put things in a proper perspective, because nobody else is going to do it if we don't do it.
Indeed so.
Yeah. And I think we've talked about here on this channel how they're not really in the media. There's not going to be any discussion about what's going on in our communities. People of all backgrounds know about Moorish Americans if they know so-called Black people. If they know Moors, they know about it because it's a real movement. We're in every state. We're spread out. And so, it's a real movement that's happening, but they mum is the word, they silent about it. They're not talking about it. So, let's go ahead and jump into this, brother. Please let us know a little bit about yourself and your background, and just why you reached out about that BMF show.
Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Hafiz Demetrius Seyful Bey, professionally known as Demegod, out of New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper, actor, author, speaker, hip-hop activist. And now, within the last 2 years of claiming my nationality, I can add Moorish Science Temple of America missionary, because I have a mission to push our movement in the entertainment and media area where a lot of us are not really allowed or even heard. So I'm playing a very unique position right now for all the Moors around the world, not just in America, where I have the ability to be in those entertainment and media rooms and be the nightlight in a dark room, because we all know that the entertainment industry can be a dark place. But for the sleepy Moors that's there, that's the reason why I'm here. You feel me? No disrespect to the Moors who have their nationality already. No disrespect to the Moors who have knowledge of self already. But I'm here for you as well. But more so, I'm here for the youth that haven't claimed their nationality yet. And I'm trying to bring them into the fold by using drill music, hip hop, art, media, entertainment, etc. So I wanted to especially speak about this show because, of course, a lot of you guys know from my previous interviews and my history in the business, me and 50 Cent have a short, brief history with each other, and it isn't a good one. So, I believe that I took it personal just off of me seeing the show. I don't watch TV, and I'm not a regular with any of the shows that present us in the light like that. But seeing it made me really feel like, wow, is he watching me? Like, because to think that they don't know who I am when I'm in a space, a media and entertainment space, doing what I do, and I know the people personally who are creating these things, it's just kind of odd. You know what I mean? So I wanted to bring it up, and a lot of Moors hit me on the phone yesterday, like, yo, what's disrespectful? You know what I mean? So it's good that we unpacking it fresh and early. You know what I'm saying? So it's still fresh on people's minds, and that's what we need to do. We gotta set the narrative and not let them set the narrative for us. We already know what we up against. And me personally, I could tell you that, yes, we are up against the black ball. We are up against the shadow ban, because if you look at most my social media and Instagram, I've been on 12,000 followers for like 5 years. But my posts get millions of views. So the mathematics don't add up. So it's letting you know that these platforms, they are controlling these platforms. You know what I'm saying? They are controlling the platforms. They got the algorithm set. So if you talking knowledge, you know, if you say anything about Moors, Tartarian, or anything like that, they snubbing that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Kush Day and all the Moors that's breaking the algorithm and actually getting somewhere. Those my brothers. I love y'all. And yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Islam, yeah, and shout out to all those brothers and sisters that's putting in the work, that's, you know, doing it independent, because like that's how it's got to be. Because yeah, like I know about all that, man. They shut down the Moorish America channel twice when it was growing, and we had to build it back up, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't no assistance. We didn't run no ads and paid promotions and stuff. And they did the same thing with the Facebook page, and then on top of that, they hacked the website, and they doing this to everybody. They got us capped too, where like we can't get any more subscribers. So it's just like stuck at 48,000. And it's been like that for a whole year. So you know what I'm saying? It's wild. And they doing it across the board. You know, they doing it to pretty much anybody that's teaching the truth, you know, like you're saying. So you know, it's wild.
They did it to me too. On TikTok, I had like 60,000 followers. It was growing. They erased that. You know what I'm saying? They erase my pages. They blackball my posts. If I don't, all the Moors out there, you see me sending posts to you, I'm not sending posts to you to be, you know, get on your nerves or to just be aggravating. I'm sending a post to you because if I don't send it to you and you don't look at it and share it, it don't get no views because I'm shadow banned. So, you know, I already know why they scared of me. You know what I mean? My energy is different. It ain't like nothing regular. So I understand. You know what I mean? But I hope they understand that it ain't gonna stop. You heard?
Islam, yeah, I feel you on that. And same, I mean, you already know it's the same over here. If we ain't sharing it, you know, if that's why I was saying more is make sure you click like, you get the algorithms up, make sure you hit share, because this is real grassroots for real. You know, if we was up here talking about some straight, you know, foolishness, just ignorance, just whatever, you know, foolishness, this would be blown up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be, instead of, you know, 40 people live, it'll be, you know, 400.
Exactly.
So, like, I mean, like, for real, and especially what we about to go in and say, like this, yeah, this is not something that, you know, this is going to get promoted by YouTube. We got to do the work. So everybody, you know, just a reminder, hit that like and share button. And brother, now you were saying that you did have like a connection to 50 Cent, like in the past. Like, would you like to build on that real briefly?
Well, you know, being in the rap game is very competitive. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a battle rapper from the prisons. When I was in prison, I battled rap crazy. And when I came out, I met 50 when he dropped Ghetto Quran, which was his first album. You know what I'm saying? He was way younger than right now. You know what I'm saying? Broke. He didn't have the money he had right now. And he probably didn't cross those lines into you know, that realm yet. You feel me? So I caught him at a unique time, and I was young, he was young, I was hungry, he was coming up in the game, and I was in the studio with Wyclef, and I had went to the B room with Wyclef brother make beats, so we was in the B room vibing, and a young lady that I know from my town, I used to write her songs for talent shows in Mount Vernon High School. She was signed to Trackmasters, and she had a relationship with Wyclef, 50, and all the other artists and producers on Trackmasters at the time. So when she brought me to the studio, she was like, yo, I'm going to introduce you to everybody. So when she introduced me to 50, she wanted us to kind of like work together. She was like, you know, y'all kind of like remind me of the same cloth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He tough. You tough. You know what I'm saying? I know he tough because he's from my neighborhood. So I think y'all should work together. And we were supposed to just let each other hear verse for verse or whatever. And it turned out to be a 30-minute, 40-minute battle. Just me, him going back and forth. And really, he didn't like it because he wasn't prepared. He was kicking songs from off his album. Those wasn't battle raps. Like I said, I was in prison 7.5 years, all I did was battle. So I kind of made him look kind of crazy. I made him look stupid. So he never forgot that. Years later, fast forward years later, he comes out with Get Rich or Die Trying. Now, when he met me, my name wasn't Demegod. My name was Danger. So, you know, watching Get Rich or Die Trying, and all of a sudden I see he named Ja Rule, because the rapper in the movie that's supposed to be Ja Rule, he named him Danger. So I'm like, oh, he named him after me. So, and this is like real crucial, because this is right before he tried to diss Jadakiss, who is also my brother, Rough Riders, D Block, that's my family, you know what I'm saying, and Styles P, and they went in on him. I went back to prison, so I never got a chance to really address him or address any of the stuff that he did subliminally talking to me in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward now, I claim my nationality. I'm going viral. You feel me? I'm going viral, bringing the science. I'm going viral with the music, and I'm just going viral all across the board. I know he watching. So it's kind of like my intuition is telling me, yeah, Big Meech probably and most likely had run-ins and business deals with Moors in Detroit, because the Moor Science Temple was in Detroit. So we're not really disputing that, but we still should have a problem with the way the images are depicted, because it affects our movement, whether we know it or not, subliminally or not, subconsciously or not. You feel me?
Oh, definitely, brother. You know, because there's no discussion about Moors at all. There's nobody talking about, you know, I always say this, like, if it was some type of ignorant stuff that was going on, like some trend that was trending, like, you know, all the kids, they going out in their pajamas, they'll be talking about it like on the news in every city. But it's like, hey, we working to build up our, like somebody just said, we about to, you know, we building up our levels of respect, you know, building up our own image. We working to build up our communities. We doing actual charity in the community, and we're doing it with no help, no assistance, you know. And so it's actually a positive movement, and it's something that is, you know, 100 years old, that is just resurging with no assistance. We weren't taught about this in the schools, right?
That's a fact.
That's a phenomenon, and the only people who's going to cover it is us, like this channel and other Moorish Americans. So it really is a phenomenon, but it's not being talked about. But let them more, you know, just having some issues, maybe, you know, like what happened in Florida. A Moor killed an Asiatic police officer, and they put that on blast. They were talking about it nationwide. You know, a brother was squatting in the lady's house, and she was Asiatic. That's embarrassing. They put that stuff on blast, and now you see this, you know, with this show, and they got, you know, they're gonna get the, you know, even if there's some truth to the image, this ain't the norm, and they're gonna take this.
At the same time too, right, Moore? At the same time too, and I'm not just gonna give this advice. I'm gonna take this advice from myself and my own movement. Moors that's creating movements in their prospective states, we need to do what Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam do. We need to do what the Hasidic Jews do. We need to do what the Asians do. We need to hire PR people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're not doing. Moors, yes, we want to separate ourselves from the mainstream, but for us to get our message out, it's important that we use the media in the mainstream in a way that's beneficial to our movement. So hiring a publicist is what, you know, some people might think, oh, I'm not a rapper, I'm not an actor, I'm not an entertainer. Why would I hire a publicist? No, publicist is not just for that. Publicists are hired for organizations, nonprofits, people, individuals can hire a publicist. So we need to do that. Imagine if every temple in every state hire a publicist to represent them in that prospective state. You know what I'm saying? That means local news and media. That means international news and media. Whether they allow us to get in there or not, we got representation. You know what I'm saying? And those people that we call PR people, they got relationships. They shake hands with people in Forbes. They shake hands with people in New York Post and Daily News. So I don't really think that the world is against us. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think that all Europeans are against us, because I've met some European brothers who know the science and they know who I am, and they showed me the utmost respect. You heard? So I don't think that it's an overall thing. I think we just need to position ourselves and, like I said, hire the proper people to push our content in the right way to the media, because there will be one or two Asians, one or two Hindus, one or two Europeans that's going to say this story needs to be heard. I want to put it out. And that's what we need. We need to start touching other people outside of our community and make them become supporters of our community. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, right on. Definitely, I'm with you on that. You know, we have to have have the budget, put that aside. You know, like you were saying, for the national and for the the local, because like it's if we allow others to tell our story, I mean, we already see what they're doing. Right? They're using their resources to make us look bad, and even to turn our own people away. Because you got to think like Moors that that want to raise their children, don't want their children getting caught up, getting killed and messed up out here. They're gonna look at this and they're gonna think there's something criminal going on with the Moors, because this is the only time they see it. They don't see the Moors doing good work in the community. So definitely we are doing that work. It's not getting covered. We have to cover it. Nobody else is going to do it,
Exactly.
And yeah,
the other thing, that, not to cut your spill, but the other thing too is we got to support each other, bro. You feel what I'm saying? We got to support each other. So I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't care how nobody feel. Everybody that know me know online I speak my mind, and I'll meet up with anybody. I'm all about that. I'm about that. You heard? I'm very, very about that. I stand on everything I say. And the Moors don't support each other, you heard? The Moors don't support each other's posts. The Moors don't repost each other's stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just click like and comment, you know what I'm saying? And argue with each other. That's corny. That's corny. So if we want to see a difference, we got to be different. We got to act different. We got to start moving in unison. Collectivism. What I want to bring up is, right, I have a platform that's connected to a whole ecosystem that I'm about to launch, but it's called More TV. It's a Moorish YouTube. So we have created a platform for us to be able to promote and market our content, upload our content, right? And we give out links, just like YouTube give you links to share. Come on to moretv.com, load up all your content, you heard, all your documentaries, your movies, your blogging content, your podcast content, and blast it off from More TV. We have created our platform. We got a Moorish Facebook, we got a Moorish TV, and we got a Moorish Amazon. We haven't launched it yet, but it's up and running right now for you for free. You could become a member, and let's start doing us, for us, by us. That's the only way it's going to work. So when you go to More TV, you're going to see when you upload your video, we give you options where you can either sell your video for cash or sell your video for digital currency that we're about to launch called Morecoin. So Morecoin will be paying Moors for their content, as well as paying the Moors watching the content. You know what I'm saying? So now we have an ecosystem of a digital currency flowing through all of us just off GP. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into more of that, but I just wanted to bring that up because just like BMF and the Moors, I know a couple Moors that came to me with scripts. They got movies, they got ideas for TV shows. More TV will be the platform for that. You understand? So any Moors coming to me with documentary ideas, movie and TV ideas, we're going to get a production budget for you, shoot it, and feature it exclusively on More TV, because we want to bring everybody off of Facebook, even the sleepy Moors, off of Amazon, off of Instagram, off of YouTube, and onto these platforms that we control.
Yeah, brother, I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you're speaking about, you know, some of the solutions that we can move into. Let me share something with you. Just going back to some of the discussions people are having about this. A lot of Moors, pardon, a lot of Moors, you know, are looking at this. They realize it's a bad look, and you know they're upset. Also, a lot of Moors are just happy to see Fez on TV because
Yo,
you know,
yo, couple more said that to me too. They was like, yo, Demi, it's bad, but I'm just glad to see Moors on TV. And I'm just like, nah, Moor, nah.
yeah,
Nah, we could do better than that, Moor. Like on the real, if this was Farrakhan and them, Farrakhan is calling 50.
oh yeah,
If I had his number,
yeah.
I would call him, brother. You feel me? So that's the position I'm planning to play in the future, because there should be somebody checking this, you know what I'm saying? Calling the producers. Like, even if we don't get it taken off the air, let them know they need to be accountable.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's what's missing.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? In that aspect, it probably wouldn't have made it to the air, especially with those videos they were showing promoting it. It would have been cut off before it even got to that point.
Facts.
And we have to address it like that. You know, we have to, you know, to move like that going forward in the future. Now, you know, just I get it though. I understand why, you know, people are just happy just to see Moors on TV, because it's so used to us not being represented at all. You know, I saw one of my friends on Facebook. He shared this, just, you know, no real commentary, just shared it, and people's, you know, commenting. Most of the people, you know, if you can see his sister, you know, she's upset with this portrait, you know, the portrayal of dirty Moors on there, and it's just, you know, it's blowing up. You see people commenting, some people saying, "Hey, why y'all complaining? What are you gonna do about it?" I see, you know, brother right here is, you know, everybody's saying it's a bad representation. Do something about it, basically. Stop crying about it.
I'm with that. I'm an action orientated cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a Capricorn. You know, we Capricorns, we action. I'm about that action. You heard? I ain't about that talking. I'm about that action. So I'm all for that comment right there. What we gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You feel some kind of way? What you gonna do? Write an affidavit or something. Write something. Write a letter. Send a letter to the network. Like, let's get it. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's let them know our presence is we here. If we don't let them know we here, they gonna do whatever they want.
Yeah, and it's almost like a test. Like, look, you know, they ain't say nothing about it. We can just do whatever we want. It's open season.
That's what a bully do.
And you know, we can't keep going out like this. Like, we have to stand up. And then most of the Moors know. I mean, like, pretty much everybody in this divine national movement knows it's not what we stand for. We're not about selling drugs and killing each other. So it's like, look, you see a misrepresentation. There's no representation, or it's, you know, a straight up slap in the face. You have to do something about it. You have to stand up. You can't.
That's a fact.
And, you know, I'm just showing some images on the screen. It's actually from that TV show, but, you know, we can't play the video because they're gonna try to, you know, shut down the channel. They definitely would take down the video, you know.
Yeah, nah, don't play the video.
But, you know, just to see, like, they got the stuff in there, letting you know, like the temple, just even the wording in here. You have a sheik, and then you have drug dealer. Just those two words, that stuff shouldn't go together. And especially when it's the only time you show Moors, shouldn't be talking about sheik and Moor Science Temple linked to killings. None of that stuff. It's insane, right? And this is for many people. You know, many people that have babies, they have their you know, children in this. So this is the imagery that we want our children to see. You know, like, come on, this is ridiculous, Moors. We have to stand up. This isn't something that you can just look the other way on. We need to let it be known. And it's not even, you know, it's not even about having a huge amount of people. Now, there is strength in numbers, but just in being unified. Because, like, if you look at the Jewish Americans, you know, they're They're one of the smallest groups in this country, demographics wise. They don't have a lot of people. Now, some people say, well, they have numbers. Well, let's go to the Amish community. They don't have large numbers. They're not even really trying to have large numbers. But guess what? They have a voice. If they don't like the way something's being done, they can do something about it. So it ain't
brother, you know for a fact, brother. You know for a fact, if this was Hasidic Jews, oh my God,
heads would roll. Heads would roll, man. It would be on.
The phone calls. I'm talking about even the old Hasidic, excuse me, even the elders that don't leave the house will be calling the network every day. Like, are you serious? Y'all can't be serious. Letters, everything. You heard?
Oh yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, so this should motivate all the Moors to understand, like, we have to be active. We can't be passive, right? There's no other option. We have to stand up. And you hear some of the solutions being shared. We're gonna speak a little bit more in depth on what the brother was speaking about. We're gonna share the links in the description. If you Moors are in Ohio, especially Central Ohio, what are you doing? Like, reach out to us. We have the temple here. You can go to moorishamericans.com. You can get the number off of there, or you can just send, just fill out the contact button on there and reach out. But it's like, look, we have to take action now. We can't, and I see a comment. It was a good comment saying, "Did you see the actual episode? They made a distinction between the members, the people, and the members of the temple. But still a bad look, like you said in your own comment." Now, I did, watch. I didn't watch the whole episode, but I did watch the scenes, where they're talking about the temple. And yeah, they did have like the little comment say, "Oh, the temple's about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice," right? But then, right after that, they showed the Moors like having a bad drug deal or something, getting killed. So the main point was that these people were using that temple as a front for criminal activity, and that's a bad look. Because it's either that or it's, misguided Moors who are, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And lately, in the last 2 years, it's been Moors that have been doing things to their own people, crime. So
that's a fact. But like I said, it's a double-edged sword too, pardon me, Mo, because if this is Big Meech's life autobiography, right, then okay. Because we know and understand there are dirty Moors. We do know there's Moors, especially from back in them days, because that's where all the, Chicago gangs and all these gangs, they came from when the Moorish Science Temple was disbanded. You know what I'm saying? These youth became gang members. You know what I'm saying? When the Moorish Science Temple was disbanded and infiltrated by the Masons and the agents, you know what I'm saying? This is where all the gangs come from. So we know this. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword because, like, I'm about to do a movie about my life. You feel me? So as far as Big Meech is concerned, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Big Meech and his son, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard his son actually took his nationality. His son actually is a Moorish American, you know what I'm saying? He's a part of the temple. So it's kind of ironic that he allowed that. You feel me? But again, that's his father's life story. So at the same time, yes, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right here because that's what I'm here to do. If that's that man's life story, and he was actually dealing with dirty Moors, then he got to be able to tell his life story. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there still should be backlash, whether he telling his life story or not, just to show presence. You understand? Because when I tell my life story, like when I put 50 in my life story and Rough Riders and DMX and Kiss in my life story, I don't want nobody telling me I can't tell my life story. You feel me? If they in I'm telling the truth. So if he's telling the truth, then okay, we look at it, okay, that's your life story. We respect that. But as Moors today, our movement today is being affected by your past. And that's non-existent. And second thing is 50 Cent is an agent. Do you think that he's not an agent? He is an agent. Most of the people in the business is agents. They do as they are told. You understand? So he probably got some good applause from those higher ups by doing what he did. You feel me?
Put in real quick, just to add to what you're saying. For anybody that thinks that that's outlandish to hear, that's not like realistic, just think about it. Like, has 50 Cent ever put out a TV show that's got like a positive spin on it? Power was a very well written show. It was good, a good show, I guess, well made. But you have a Asiatic family, right? So-called black people, and it's despicable, man. The husband and wife against each other, can't really trust each other. They're selling drugs. Even the son's getting brought up in the game, and they're killing people, and have no problem killing mostly Asiatic people, setting Asiatics up. Like it was some real grimy, straight up savagery. Savage. It was savage, man. So
that's what he's put there for. That's what he's put there for. That's what all of them are put there for. You don't see them talking about no positive movements. Yeah. Where Jay-Z at? You don't see, they all know about Moors. They all know about Moors. So whether they're subconscious agents or voluntarily agents, you got some dudes that are agents and don't even know they agents, but they agents. If you pumping the black narrative, if you pumping the nigga narrative, if you pumping the black on black crime narrative, the drug dealing narrative, everything that they want you to push, and you ain't putting no positive content out, like you listen to my album, I got some negative songs and I got some positive songs because I feel that's what needs to be done. But you don't see none of them. None of them. So how could they not be agents? They know they not black, but they push the black narrative. They know they Moors. They don't speak about Moors. They don't represent no fezzes, nothing. They act like we don't even exist. So for me, they agents, you heard? Period. I'm an agent though. I'm an agent. So I want y'all to know when you see me moving around in the hip hop industry and all that, I ain't sell my soul. That's why I'm right here where I'm at. I could have been a big time rapper, but I'm an agent now for the Moorish Science Temple of America. So that's why I talk that drill and I talk that gangster, because once I get the little dudes next to me, I'm popping out the fez. And now they asking me, what's that? Yo, what's that, big homie? What's that? So I'm playing as an agent. I'm up in the media and entertainment, moving and shaking, and I'm the Moorish presence there. But I'm telling you, I'm watching them all. 50, Hove, Beyonce, all. I can't even name all of them. They agents, bro. They agents. Period.
Yeah, definitely. And we about uplifting fallen humanity, and they're just about keeping us stuck in that lower self, and that's why they get promoted. That's why the money and all that gets put behind them. And with some of the discussion, I see people talking about, well, they said they were great SEAL Moors and this and that, but hey, they showed the Moorish Science Temple of America. They spoke about the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now they have some off-looking things going on in there, but hey, they put this on Front Street. It says founder Prophet Noble Drew Ali, 1913 AD. That is an affront. That's extreme disrespect. That's libel. That's slander. That's defamation, man. And yes, Moors should care about this stuff if we really are who we say we are. And they may have had some other things that were off. I mean, they're flying, the red, black, and green flag. They have that flag as well, which we know is actually an indigenous flag, the all red flag with the pine tree in the white box. That isn't an indigenous flag, but that this isn't proper protocol for the temple. We fly the American flag in addition to the 5-pointed green star.
What flag is that? What flag is that right there? The one on the left.
Now we know, so many of us know that the flag with the pine cone, the pine tree in the white box, this actually was an indigenous flag. If you want to see a little bit on it, I can show you something on that real quick, just to back up what I'm saying. But this is a flag. They'll say it's the flag of New England. They have some other names for it to give credit to people of European descent. But then they'll also let you know that those colonists got that pine tree from the indigenous Americans, specifically, like they'll attribute it to the Iroquois. And when you look really, like, do your research, my wife and I, the Moabites, we was in Alexandria, Virginia. We went to the George Washington Masonic Museum, and up at the top, like the top floor, they got a painting in there showing George Washington's inauguration, and in there he's being welcomed into the old nation. They have the early American flag flown on the right, and then on the left they have that flag you see right there with
okay.
the tree. So you know, George Washington was being welcomed into a nation. There was already a nation here. So I understand. I'm just saying that's not protocol. The prophet gave us the American
It's not at all.
flag for a reason, and that protects us, and that makes it so that we can build our communities up and strengthen ourselves without having to deal with people trying to accuse us of treason and all types of other stuff. So it's like, no, you don't go against the prophet. And yeah, this is a TV show, but this is the image they're showing, and it's off. Everything about it is wrong. You can't have this, and that's the only projection, that's the only imagery that's shown of Moorish Americans, and it's false. And then it don't matter what flags they're showing and what they're calling them, Great Seal, doesn't matter because they showed the Moorish Science Temple of America.
And they got the prophet, and they had a nerve. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how Big Meech's son, claim his nationality. Not saying that he even have any power or say so, but if I was an actor, I would have been like, yo, we can't do that, bro. You feel me? Certain things we just can't do. And it wasn't done. You feel me? Because they don't respect us, bro. You feel me? You know what I mean? They don't respect us. You know what I mean? They respect Farrakhan before they respect us, man. Nation of Islam, they get respect. And of course we know because Farrakhan's a Mason. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hold no punches. Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. So, these brothers turned Mason and they X'd out Noble Drew Ali. You feel what I'm saying? So that goes.
I just want to add one thing to that. Besides that, even if that stuff wasn't true, which I'm not saying it isn't, they're organized and they move as a unit, brother.
Facts.
They move
Facts.
as a unit. Even if they didn't have the numbers that they do, which they have numbers, but even if their numbers was in half, if say it was only 20,000 of them, they move as a unit. 20,000 people can get something done. It's more than 20,000 of us. We have to move as a unit. We have to be organized. We have to put our money where our mouth is. We have to roll our sleeves up too and do some work too. We can't just do it all, on the internet.
And that's what my movement, my company, More Money Entertainment, my movement is to do that. Like, so I plan to do some documentaries. I got some heavy documentaries in the works. I got a couple movies in the work, not just a movie on my life, but my initiative is to make movies and TV shows showing us in a different light, and not just about Moors. You know what I'm saying? I'm making TV shows about everything. I'm a creator. You know what I mean? So, But a lot of the Moorish Science Temple and the Moorish movement is in my music, it's in my movies, it's going to be in my TV shows, it's in my music videos, whether it's subliminal or right up in your face. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need. You know what I mean? I can't be the only one doing that. So respect to the brothers that's out there, the rappers that's out there. Man, I hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? I go on Instagram, you know what I mean? And I type in Moors just to hear what songs is being uploaded and all that. So I'm watching y'all and I'm listening. You heard? Just keep it going, because I can't be the only one. You heard? But 50 though, I can't wait to see 50. B. We gonna have a long talk, a powwow, for real, and that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen for real.
Islam, man, I agree with you on that. And for that person that brother Daquan Bey just asked for that info on the indigenous flag, I'm actually looking for that image right now. We can touch on it just briefly, but yeah, man, I feel you on that. I'm with you on that. People need to know that we're not just pushovers and that we are a real nation of people. We're not just going for anything. They wouldn't do this to the Vietnamese people. They wouldn't do it. I could go on and on. They wouldn't do this to the Cherokee. They wouldn't. I mean, the only people, and you got to think about this, Morris. The only people they would pick on is us. They wouldn't even do this to Black Americans, all right? Which is our people. They just don't know that they Moors. they wouldn't even do this to Black Americans. They're picking on us, right? This is a problem. You know, we can't allow this to go because, like, they even, you know, come in at our religion. They come in at our prophet. We have a divine prophet of Allah, man. He came and he delivered this message and he dedicated his life to uplifting us, you know, and it worked. Because even though you have Moors that were there with the prophet, they were prominent people. They had positions in power, and they all turned their back and acted like he didn't even exist. They still didn't stop it. We hear Moors, it's real. Now we have to act
Facts.
like it's real. We have to
Gotta
take our
act like it. Facts.
Yeah. And so just, you know, just speaking on that, I'm still trying to find that image to share with y'all. But you know, even regardless of that, I mean, there is truth to there is some truth to that flag. That's not the flag that we fly. We fly the American flag for a reason, right? The prophet actually insulated us, protected us, made it so that we can do what we need to do unimpeded upon, right? There's nothing wrong with us having our own nation, having our own governors, right? Our own sheiks, our own way of life. Nobody can come against that. You know,
That's a fact.
You know, this is a part of our religious freedom. This is a part of our religion is establishing our nation. That is powerful. You know, so we really do have this freedom. And I see the brother said on there the Lebanese flag, and you are right. The Lebanese flag has that pine cone too. There's another interview on this channel with the brother from Lebanon. His name is Kareem El Kousa. He wrote the book Jesus the Phoenician. He actually spoke about this because he had never seen this flag that you see up there on the left before. And I was telling him and showing him how this was an indigenous flag, it was a tribal flag for our people. And then we spoke about how there's Phoenician artifacts throughout the Americas. So, you know, even people in other countries like Lebanon know that there's a connection with the Phoenicians coming over here. I'm not trying to get too far off track, but just saying, like, this is known, you know, but still, that's not what we do. So there's so much stuff that's in here that's wrong, it's off. And, you know, when they do these TV shows and they have budgets, they actually have people that they pay to come in as experts so they can consult and make sure that things are, you know, being depicted correctly. Even the way that they're talking in here, they're talking like real Moors talk. So they're doing all this, but they still pushing this criminal, drug dealing, killing, murdering savagery, right?
Definitely by design. Definitely by design. All of this time, right? All of the TV shows that have came out. The only thing that I could really say is that Meech, this is Meech's biography. This is Big Meech's life story. So if this did happen and he did have dealings with Dirty Moors, then that's his life story. But on the flip side of that, you don't see Moors on TV shows, man. You don't see us there. This is the only time they depict us, man. So, you know, like if it was Christians, you know, Black Christians will be on the phone, livid. They have Al Sharpton calling these people, everything. So we need to position ourselves in a similar fashion where we can't allow things like this to happen, Moors.
Yeah, you know, and there needs to be a public apology, and there needs to be some, you know, compensation for this, because this is, you know, this is damaging to us. And it's like we're a small, well, I wouldn't even say that we're small, but we're a developing community. We have the right, just like all indigenous people do in the world, to re-identify with their line of descent, their national principles, and that's what we're doing. And we're coming under attack. Not trying to paint us as victims or nothing, but just keeping it real. That's what's going on here. And you have a real effort to try to kick these people while they're down. You know, and that's the thing. And then, you know, probably if you look at the producers, somebody was saying, look at the writers and, you know, who the behind the scenes people are. But if you're looking at all the producers and directors and all of those people who put this together, more than likely they're our own people, right?
Islam.
You know,
Islam.
Yeah, this is insane, man. But you know, just to go back to this, right? You know, speaking about solutions, things that we can do about this. Now, you spoke about the website and the things. Please just give us a little bit more information about what you're doing to
I'm excited, Moore. I'm excited. You heard? I'm excited. So me and a young Moore, Damian Lamar, he's 28 years old. He's my little young genius. You know what I'm saying? He's a genius, and he basically is the creator of Moore Coin. If you go to morecoin.org, you'll see you could go to morecoin.org, sign up, create a More Money wallet. We have a More Money digital wallet where you can hold your Bitcoin, you can hold your Ethereum, you can hold your Dogecoin, and you can hold more coin. So we have the More Coin. So the More Coin right now, we have built it on an Ethereum platform, right? But on an Ethereum blockchain, pardon me. But once I get funding for the youth and for his company, we're going to work on getting on our own blockchain. So right now, coins are two digital coins. If you create a digital coin, you got two options. You have a coin that you can earn, and you have a coin that you could pay for cash. Like Bitcoin right now, you could exchange for cash. We opted out of that because if you start off like that, the government want to be in your business. They want to see everything that we doing, and we have to be transparent. So we didn't want to do that because this is for us, by us. So for right now, just for right now, all you could do is earn more coin. And how you earn more coin is you interact with the platforms, that the social media platforms that we created for Moors by Moors. We got the Moorish Facebook called Connect. We have the Moorish Amazon for all the Moorish entrepreneurs out there. For example, you got CMOS and you want to sell CMOS. You go to Moorish Amazon, which is more markets. You create a profile and you start selling your CMOS or whatever you have, clothes, music, whatever you have. We have our own Amazon. So every platform that you interact with, you earn more coin. You understand? When you spend more coin, you earn more coin. So this gives us the ability to say, okay, if I had CMOS, I can have the option of saying, yo, bro, if you don't have cash, pay me in more coin. You understand what I'm saying? Because the cash is about to be finito. The fiat is not worth nothing, and they're about to take it. So the whole point is to get Moors and sleepy Moors to wean themselves off the American dollar and start to barter and trade with each other and do business with each other with more coin. Not just America. I'm also launching this in Africa. I got Ghana on board. I got a couple other countries that I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? I'm lit like that. Yeah, I'm lit like that. I know people. So I'm using all my resources and everything to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? And as well as more coin, we're going to also have a metals division where I'm going to be creating bullion and collectibles that's going to coincide with the digital more coin. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be big, man. This is our time, man. I got J. Cole on board. Yeah, I got the rapper J. Cole on board. I got a nonprofit that I'm also doing. I'm the co-founder of Project Black Wall Street. And Project Black Wall Street was a nonprofit created by Liddy, who is a executive in iHeartRadio, very good friend of mine. He's thirsty to claim his nationality, so I'm working on him as well. But he loves the Moors. He loves the movement. He's seen what I was doing online with Rough Riders, with the community work. So he was like, yo, you'll be perfect to be a co-founder and be the spokesman for Project Black Wall Street. So Project Black Wall Street, what I'm going to use Project Black Wall Street is I'm going to use the funding and the donations to fund young Moorish entrepreneurs, especially in tech. You know what I'm saying? In the tech. But all entrepreneurs, if you have a business that's already up and running, you're looking to scale your business, you'll be able to submit your paperwork to Project Black Wall Street, get screened, and then get funding. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing, we want to put people in position. That's why I'm here. I'm here to put people in position. So we got the nonprofit, Project Black Wall Street. We got Connect, which is a Moorish Facebook. You could go on there. The links is going to be, I'm going to get them more of the links. The links is going to be available to you. Go become a member, sign up. Instead of being on Facebook, be on Connect. We got Moorish Markets. Instead of buying stuff and putting stuff on Amazon, Put it on Moorish markets. Shop on Moorish markets. You know, people who have, sleepy Moors who have businesses, step to them and tell them, yo, you should put your business on more markets so Moors could patronize your business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want. We got more markets. We got Connect. We got more coin. We got what was the other one? More TV, which is a YouTube. Go on there, load your content up, watch content. You know what I'm saying? When we launch, we will be distributing more coin. So when, for example, content creator like my big brother Kush Day, right? Kush Day content is crazy. Now, if we could get Kush Day to take his content and transfer it over to More TV and also do exclusive content that people could only see on More TV. This is where the power lies. This is where the power lies. Once we get the sleepy Moors involved, now once we have them on the platform, yo, you got to get nationalized. That's how we do it. Once we bring them into the fold, yo, nationalize. Yeah, you want to do this? You want to go to a next tier? You want to be a platinum member? Okay, you a silver member? You want to be a platinum? You got to get nationalized. You know what I'm saying? You want to watch Demegod new video? You got to show me your ID where you nationalize. Well, you wouldn't even have to show me your ID, because if you got more coin, you have to be a Moor to have more coin. Like, more coin is not for everybody. This is not for Asians. This is not for Hindus. This is not for Europeans to have more coin. More coin is for Moors and sleepy Moors. That's it. We also going to start more music. Now, more music is going to revolutionize the streaming platforms. Me, I'm not getting that much money for every stream. They ripping us off. They making billions of dollars and they giving us 2 cents, 3 cents for every stream. Well, guess what? We're going to do more music. So now when an artist uploads his music on More Music, for every stream, we're going to give him a More coin. And the listener, which is a Moor or sleepy Moor, listening will get a fraction of More coin. And if they're not Moors, we'll have other incentives for other races. But for right now, yeah, that's how I'm on it. This is a Moors thing, you heard? So that's what we're going to do. So when you listen to your favorite artist, you're going to get more coin. When you listen to your favorite artist, you're going to help them earn more coin, because they're going to earn more coin for every stream. And that goes for More TV and that goes for more music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy about all of this, man. I'm putting it together. I'm hiring coders. I'm getting Damien more help. And we trying to make the platforms more user friendly. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to launch in a way, because I know they watching me. I know they watching me. They scared of me, y'all. Yeah. And they should be, because of who I was before, though. They not so much scared right now because of the feds, because they know about love, truth, peace, and justice. But it's the old me that they scared of, because the old me was a problem, you heard, in the industry. So I'm happy to be able to launch this and do it in a way quietly, because that's why I haven't said nothing on my Instagram. I posted our logo. I did a little caption, but this is quiet because I already know they watching me. So I want to launch this where it's catapult into the stratosphere so hard that they can't blackball me or shadow ban it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very imperative that we get our African brothers involved. And that's what's going to really empower us, because of the AFTRA agreement, the Free African Trade Agreement, where they included America as the 6th African continent. So what happens is you don't pay taxes for trading. Like if they got shea butter and black seed and black soap over there, and we want to sell it over here, we can use more coin to buy it and trade with it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this is opening. This is opening a whole new level. You feel me? And I don't even want to say no more, because I forgot this right here is going to be on YouTube. So we're going to just leave it right there. You heard?
Man, that's powerful, brother. I just want to thank you, for going into some of the solutions and things we can work on. Morris, remember the links will be in the description so you can reach out to the brother and also so you can go to his websites, see what's going on and get involved. That's the most important thing is getting involved. I was just sharing this from the Moorish America page on Facebook. Now you're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, but also go to Moorish America on Facebook. Make sure you are liking that page. They, they got this page capped too. It's still growing though. But I wanted to show you on here, like, the videos, just the simple videos that we put out and reels that we put out. They get tons of views, and they get so many views that, like,
Y'all still don't.
people are interested in what we have going on here. All right. So impact. We have a far reach, and as the brother said, even if the audience was just unconscious Moors and Moors, we still have a far reach. This video was just put up like just a few days, 3 days ago. It's got 5,000 views, y'all, and growing. Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I need you to basically make a page on More TV and transfer all that content to More TV.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And get all those people that you have, transfer them over to More TV, because if they shut your page down again, you got More TV.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna never shut you down. We ain't gonna never censor you. You know what I'm saying? So come on over to More TV, man, with that.
That's the plan, and I'm saying all of us need to do this, and we all need to work together, because this is where it's going. As the brother said, even with the cash, some people are worried because you don't know what's going to happen. Hey, the brother shared a potential solution, so let's work together and make this happen. And I wanted to share now. I did find the thing that the brother in the chat was asking for. We do teach here, so the brother had said something about the information on the flag that we're speaking of. Okay, yeah. So here we go. All right. So yeah, they did show this flag in that show, and you will see some more sharing this. All right. This was an indigenous flag. I'm gonna show you why. This is a picture from the painting that's in the George Washington Masonic Museum. I'm gonna just go through this real fast, so just keep up. This isn't real good quality, but I seen this with my eyes, so I know what was on here. You have some indigenous people down here in a boat. You're supposed to have George Washington and some of the other Europeans. They're being welcomed into something. Everybody's looking in this direction. Everybody's looking up here. And the sign over here says welcome. And then it has the early American flag, right? And the early American flag, if you know vexillology, it's on the side of like the well, on the left side you'll have the host nation. That's the one that's in power. And then on the other side, you have the early American flag. And this was what they were being welcomed into. All right. They're being welcomed into this early nation. And if you see right here above the welcome sign, you've got this liberty cap here. Now, on the painting, the actual painting, this is a red headdress. The liberty cap is a red headdress, right?
Wow.
You can't see it on here. It's just the internet. But y'all seen the painting. So there's definitely more going on here than meets the eye. Then they have all the other flags here for witnessing what's happening. They're being welcomed into another nation that already has a standing government. That's where the Europeans even learned about the representative form of government. They learned that from the so-called, Indians, whatever names they put on them. We know are misnomers. These were Moors.
Islam.
Very civilized, right? And so, just to give you the quick recap on that. That was an indigenous flag. That doesn't mean we fly it in the temples, but it is one of our flags. Okay. And if you look that flag up, look up flag of New England online, they'll let you know when it says pine tree flag. They brought this from the indigenous Americans. They'll let you know on there, right?
Islam.
Even though it's associated with the colonists, they got it from us. So just sharing that real quick. Let's go ahead and get back on topic. Speaking about, things that we can actually do, I just wanted to say gratitude again, brother, for sharing solutions. That's really what we're about here. We don't come here to cry together. We don't come here to just talk about how great we used to be. That's right. We come together to build and to to bring out our full potential, to move in that direction. And so, definitely everyone, make sure you subscribe to the brother on YouTube. The brother actually has some hot music. I did want to go back to the music real quickly. If you could, can you share your link in the chat for your YouTube channel?
The link to my YouTube link?
Yeah. Or just the name to pull up on YouTube. Like
It's Demegod Official on YouTube, so
okay. Okay, yeah, so just spell
is that in there? Did I do it?
Now I can't see it, but if you can, just share that in the chat one more time, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up over here on YouTube so we can check out some of your music. Just make sure you don't give me a strike. You don't strike the channel.
How do I do that?
Now I was just joking with you, brother.
I was about to say I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We about to pull up your YouTube real quick so we can check out your music. Okay, Moore. So here we go. Make sure, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go over here, subscribe to the brother's channel. Which track should we go to first, brother? Do we go to videos or live? You still there, brother? Oh man, it looks like that brother froze up. Let me see if we can just pull him off, pull him back in. Oh man, brother, you might need to go out of the stream and then come back in because you froze up. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna see if we can pull up some of the brothers' music. Okay, you good? Let's get you back in here. Islam, brother. Islam, brother. Which track should we pull up, brother?
That 100 Moors. You know you got to play the 100 Moors. That's the anthem right there. Shout out to the Moors, man. 100 Moors forever, man.
Islam. All right, so we had an official video right here, y'all. Look, we about to go ahead and put this on blast. Let me make sure the speakers are all the way on. We're about to do this right, y'all.
Demegod. Islam, Mo.
Long, Mo.
More money.
Somebody tell the law, I got 100 Moors. If the blood pours, I got 100 Moors. Even my demigoddess riding for the cause. And she whack, boy. You niggas whack, boy. Somebody tell the law, I got 100 Moors. With 100 Johns. If the blood pours, I got 100 Moors. On double laws. Snitch tell the law, he got 100 Moors. And they grip up riding in foreign cars. We in every gang, cause we all more. Some is on the 5, others on the 4, others throw that 6 to white supremacists. We in the hood, we with the shits. We gon' get it lit. We gon' get it lit. Forks at the ops, flashing lights on the strip. Bloodstone or crip, it don't matter who you with. Like BGF in the feds back in 86. All black everything, niggas who you with. You better know race politics in this shit. Get wind up, hit, or kicked out the whip. Somebody tell the law, I got 100 Moors. If the blood pours, I got 100 Moors. On double laws, with 100 Johns. Old shoon in my ear, then me you the dog. Snitch tell the law, I got 100 Moors. If the blood pours, I got 100 Moors. Somebody tell the law, I got 100 Moors. If the blood pours, I got 100 Moors. Hoping you BM, blowing the GM, hoping you listen to reason. Or gun you down, I'm good everywhere, my niggas run the town. One day it's gonna change, but for now I'ma drip from my fangs in the trap. With the strap for the city's biggest gang. Respect what I bang, you ain't nothing but a thing. I turn niggas to God, prepare them for war.
I got 100 balls. Somebody call a law. I got 100 balls. If the blood pours, I got 100 balls. So many niggas dying. We need balance. Got the blicky on me, screaming stop the violence. Still getting to the bag, money on silent. Empress all ass and thought, screaming ride or die. When it rains, it pours. I got 100 balls, all female squad. Hit 100 yards. Dora Malaysia, all my wives go hard. Word the chat, boss, wait, they gon' go, 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 go. Somebody tell the law, I got 100 more. If the blood pours, I got 100 more. On double laws, with 100 Jones. Old shoon in my ear, give me you the God. Snitch tell the law, I got 100 more. If the blood pours, I got 100 more. Somebody tell the law, I got 100 more. If the blood pours, I got 100 more.
Islam. Hey, brother. Brother, we look. I think it's time. I think we need to put together a Moorish tour, for real, with the hottest Moorish artists, and we need to hit it up from left coast to east coast. You know,
That's dope.
Seriously.
I did one edutainment lecture, and life was life, and I didn't get a chance to keep them going. But I would love to do something like that, like have some lecturers, have some performances, and go on tour.
Yeah, that's how it has to be. You know, it's gonna be edutainment. So, we get the hottest Moorish artists, and the most astute, scholars, Moorish scholars come and teach, so people are learning, and it can be nationality drives as well, just from left coast to east coast, all the way. South. We need to hit up all the major areas where the Asiatics are. We have to do that. It's something we have to put off, for next year.
I definitely could be very instrumental in that as my career, because my career is flourishing. It's so funny, right?
Yeah.
When I was on my gangster, thug gangster, Allah wouldn't allow me to go nowhere.
Yeah.
But now I'm on this movement and doors is opening for me. Like, I don't even care about the Illuminati. Like, doors is opening. They can't stop it. So this is what I'm saying. Like, that's something that I think I could be very instrumental in. And when this is over, me and you need to, talk. Any other Moors want to be involved in their respective states? Let's get it going. Let's do a tour. Let's get the venue. Let's do the promo and marketing. Let's hire those PR people I was talking about. We need publicity in every state. And it can happen. We can do it. And it could be love, truth, peace, justice, freedom, man. That's the principles we stand on. You feel?
Yes, let's do it. And we already know that we have the the expertise, within the community to make it happen. We have the promoters.
That's a fact.
We have people who've been doing it for decades. We can get it done. And now's the time. You see, the numbers are growing. It's right in alignment, and it's a part of our religion, And so, we need to make that happen, brother. And
immediately.
The Starz, everything's aligning. Let's make this happen and make it huge. It's great. We don't have to get anybody's permission, man. We can just do it.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So definitely want to just remind people. Make sure you hold on, let me pull that back up on the screen. Make sure you go and subscribe to Demegod Official on YouTube. Right. Make sure everybody here go get subscribed, follow that channel. The brother's also on Facebook as well. And just wanted to hit on something else. I saw the brother Grand Sheik Lovell had just said in the chat. The Moorish flag and Star Spangled Banner is our free national standard. We do stick to what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought for us. Not just out of respect, it's also out of respect, but because we know there are those of us, maybe if you're new to this, you don't know that it works, but there are those of us who are in this, like, been this for years or maybe even decades. We know that it works. It's real. We stick to that. We are protected when we stick to those divine and national standards. There's no reason to go away from it. You know, I was just hitting on the flag just to give a little bit of information.
Nah, that's facts. Yeah, that's dope. And make sure y'all tap into my podcast. You know what I'm saying? I had launched the podcast some time ago. Then I had to shut it down. I just did 8 episodes for Rhyme and Reason, where I'm breaking down the songs of my new album, Goons, Gobblers, and Gods, 777. And it's crazy that I dropped the album called Goons, Gobblers, and Gods, 777. And we just had 777, July 7th, 2025. So Allah is on my back without me even knowing. The ideas that I'm coming with later on in the year, I'm seeing why God is making me, why Allah is making me do this. Playing through mathematics, playing through the science, you know what I'm saying? So that album I'm proud of that album. It's 11 songs. The number 11 is powerful, and the number 11 resonates with my family. That was one of my mother's favorite numbers. I seen that number when she passed away, and it's been following me ever since. So that's why I put 11 songs on that album, and I named it Goons, Goblins, and Gods. G, G, G. G is the 7th letter in the alphabet, so that's why it's 777. Islam, Moors. I got to go to the studio, Moor. I got a session, and we're going to do this again, though. I love it.
Yeah, this was lovely. We about to go ahead and get up out of here, Moors. Just want to say thank you, gratitude to you. We're going to do a part 2 later on, either the end of this month or the early next month. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. Everybody make sure you come back. Come back.
Paris, I see you, Paris. Definitely. I see you. I see you with the 7. What's that? 720. Oh, you was born 72070? Oh, you know, yo, you better do the science of them numbers. That's powerful. 72070? Yeah. Numbers is everything. Mathematics is everything. Piece of the gods. I deal with supreme mathematics. That has helped me a lot with Moorish science. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even really understand a lot of the Moorish science if I ain't understand supreme mathematics and had, you know, run-ins with the gods. So peace to the gods, and we need to unify. Israelites, gods, I don't care what you is. You got melanin in your skin, you need to get with this movement.
Yep. So everything's in alignment. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Make sure you come back to the video so you can go in the description and follow the brother. Go to his websites. And
I'm gonna send you all the links to all the social media platforms.
All right.
So you can throw it up there for them.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Morse, I did release a book just a few months ago. It's called Unlocking the Keys. It goes in question by question for all of the keys, all 101 keys.
Wow.
Down each key from a spiritual perspective, right? Because the prophet didn't waste any time. Every key has a practical meaning, but also a spiritual meaning. Make sure you get that book. I'm gonna run.
We need to do a book signing, more.
Oh yeah, man. Look, more. I'm telling you, we're gonna do this tour. It's gonna be huge. We're gonna have all of that. We're gonna have the books, the scholars, the music. It's gonna be like a family reunion everywhere we go. Every city,
Islam,
every town. We had a family reunion, a cookout. Maybe we can do it during the summertime. It'll be powerful and amazing. Everybody's gonna come through. We know y'all Moors are gonna support. Y'all gonna come through. You're gonna let everybody know. Everyone hit like and share this. We're gonna go ahead and play some of our videos on the way out. Moors, we appreciate you all. Don't go anywhere. Hit like and share while
one thing, Moors. ChalifaMedia.com. You know, I gotta shout out my family. ChalifaMedia.com. The Torch, the book, The Torch there. The Sardine book by Kush Day is there. Cujo L, his book is there. And my book is there as well, Polygamy More Wet, where I dive into spiritual polygamy for sleepy Moors and Moors that's interested in the topic, man. Yo, I love you. I love y'all Moors, and I'll see y'all soon. Islam,
appreciate you, brother. And as we round up, so the Moors in America website, moorsinamerica.com, is being worked on right now at this moment. The book will be available there. Ideally, hopefully, in just like 2 weeks or so. But right now, if you want to get your book copy straight from me, just send the Cash App to L Douglas L. I'll put that in the chat real quick. $L Douglas L. You send your Cash App to L. Douglas L, and either send me a DM or comment, with your information, your mailing address, and I'll send that autograph book out to you. It'll be, if you're in the USA, it's just 32. The book is only 23, but with shipping, it'd be about 32. You can also just go get it from Amazon, but if you want to get it direct from me, make sure you do that. And Morris, we up out of here. Peace. Appreciate you all. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna play some videos on the way out.
Unlock the Keys, a powerful guide to Moorish identity, divine law, and self-mastery. Praised by sheiks and scholars alike, and Moors across the nation are calling it a must-read. Grab your signed copy now at MoorishanAmerica.com for just $23. Or get the paperback on Amazon, also $23. Prefer digital? The Kindle version is only $3.99.
Don't let your history start at slavery. Join with Moorish Science Temple, a lawfully chartered Islamic organization, and proclaim your nationality while helping us uplift fallen humanity. Founded by American prophet Noble Drew Ali and consistently promoted plans for the betterment of humankind. We are located in Columbus, Ohio. Visit our website www.moorishamericans.com and follow us on social media. We hold live meetings on Zoom every Friday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give us a call at 614-407-4394 if you would like to join or send donations to help us uplift fallen humanity.
Highest quality handmade fezzes. Crafted fez with the finest wool, complete with tassel and leather sweatband. Wear the national headdress of Moorish Americans with pride and respect. 3XL size fez is a comfortable fit for brothers with dreadlocks. Shipping worldwide. Go to moorishfez.com to order.
CareMore is a non-profit organization focused on providing goods and services to families and individuals in our underfunded communities in Central Ohio. We have created an online presence to reach members of our Central Ohio communities, as well as local events and meetings to give away supplies and donations throughout the city all year long. Visit our website to learn more and to send a donation.
Every day, billions of searches are conducted online, therefore it is critical that your company stands out to the small percentage of clients who are essential to your business. Our team of local digital marketing consultants and SEO experts is eager to help your company achieve its goals through a consultative approach, top Google rankings, and collaboration with industry experts. Here at Adept Marketing Solutions, we stand for integrity, dedication, ingenuity, and results. We know how to navigate the ever-changing digital landscape and what brands must do to succeed. Visit our website to see what we can do to help you reach your goals. Fez Caps blends Moorish style with modern streetwear hats. The cutting-edge design features Moorish symbols with a silk tassel on the dome of the cap. More than just a fashion statement, Fez Caps represents something powerful and ancient within you. Go to fezcaps.com to order your Fez Cap now.